In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you three different Black Manta gameplays. The first one is a solo gameplay, no support, just the league specific artifacts, Black Manta versus King of Atlantis Aquaman. Second one is going to be an health reduction battle. So health reduction combined with Black Manta, how much can Black Manta do? Can Black Manta do in that setup? And the final one will be no health reduction, Black Manta against a non-Aquaman boss and with the usual lethal team of Harambe and Brainiac. Anyways, let's start with the first one. I chose this first battle because normally, yes, I know that Black Manta can one-shot Aquaman without Ascension. But the difference here is that we are not using any support heroes. So usually you want to have support like Brainiac, support like Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd, so that you can generate power on lethal, and with Brainiac you get 100% lethal and you get some extra attack. And of course, you know that apart from having those extra boosts to your damage, the having power means you can keep the boss in a stun lock. But the thing with ascending a meta-human, a tech character, is that you are going to be able to steal power from the opponent. So now that you're able to steal power, the angle of needing those extra power generation from Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd is no longer needed. You can steal power from the boss just by doing your basic attacks, as long, remember the caveat, as long as you are doing critical attack damage. So you can see the boss could easily be defeated, no support needed, just the league specific artifact. In this case, it's Twin Blade. I would want to say that this may not work as well in other solo raids, because it just turns out that in this solo raid, the league specific artifact, which is Twin Blade, is a perfect artifact for King of Atlantis for Black Manta. In other solo raids where Twin Blade is not the league or the solo raid specific artifact, then you will need to have at least one support, because you will want to use Twin Blade on this guy. But I think there's one other solo raid. If you are fighting in the, what's the name of this one? The one that gives you Dark Metal cards, I believe it's Dark Knight solo raid with Batman Who Laughs as the final boss. Yes, that one you can use Batarangs there if you have Batarang. So in that case, you can also solo the boss, because Batarang is a solo raid specific artifact, and it's also an artifact that is very good on Black Manta. Generally, the artifacts good on Black Manta: Batarangs, Twin Blade, and Beta Club. Those are like the three best artifacts you can use for your Black Manta if you do have him and you want to use him as a damage dealer. Anyways, that was for that solo match. You can see here we've done the health reductions, and we'll just see how much more damage Black Manta can add to this. The inspiration for this was like a throwback to the Mr. Freeze team. Mr. Freeze with this exact same setup with Rock, Black Adam, and Zatanna usually is able to one-shot if you have two solo raid specific artifacts. And without that, you may come close or do a good amount of damage. So I would say for this setup to work, you will need to have two solo raid specific artifacts maxed out. So if I had two level 10 Twin Blades in this match, I believe this setup would be able to one-shot, or at the very least come close to it. I'm not sure for now, so I can't make a whole statement on that. What I can say is that when the next solo raid that I have two maxed out artifacts comes around, I'm going to be using this same team again. Then we're going to see how good this team would actually work. But I would say, outside of fighting an Aquaman character, this is the next best setup for a free-to-play Black Manta that has been ascended. Then, beyond this particular team, we're also going to test the Black Manta with Brainiac and Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd setup. Now, that gameplay will come very soon after this one. But what I want to say about that is that team doesn't look like one that can one-shot with the Twin Blade artifact. Because the amount of damage I did, my math around this is that if with a single artifact, I'm able to do a specific amount of damage. So if I double the artifact, I may be able to double that damage. I think it works generally, maybe not for all teams, but that's my guess. If you are not able to hit 1 billion damage with a level 10 artifact, then I don't think with two level 10 you'll be able to do 2 billion. I wasn't able to hit 1 billion with the Twin Blade, but on a different test, which is not going to show on this video, I used the Batarang's artifact and I came very, very close. I did 980 something million, something like that damage, very close to 1 billion. So that leads me to say that if you have the Batarangs maxed out and you have two solo raid specific artifacts maxed out, meaning you are getting 64k additional attack from your solo raid specific artifact with your Batarangs on Black Manta with Brainiac and Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd, then I think you have a good chance of one-shotting the boss, because with just one level 10, I was able to do almost a billion damage with Batarangs, mind you. With Twin Blades, I wasn't close to that. I believe I did about 800 plus, almost 900 million anyway. So yes, on this match, I did almost 900 million damage, 800 plus. It's not bad, but may not be enough to one-shot at Heroic 7 with two level 10 solo raid specific artifacts. So yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about that. I wish it were possible, but the only artifact that works, Beta Club and Batarangs, are not free artifacts. So I know a lot of you will not have those. And yeah, I believe that will affect your decision on if you should ascend Black Manta. And that will now lead me to the question. Knowing all of this, knowing how good he is with the pay-to-win artifact, knowing how good he is with the free artifact, is he still worth ascending? Well, I will say this: if you play PvP a lot in this game, when I say PvP, I mean Champions Arena and the regular arena, I'll say ascending him will be good, because it will be nice to be stealing the opponent's power while you're hitting them with basic attacks. It just makes him even stronger in your arena match. So I'll say yes, it's good enough for that. Not necessary, but good enough. Like, it will help improve that's your enjoyment in that mode and your damage output in that mode. For those of you that play League Invasions, I don't know how. I don't play League Invasions. I don't think I'm in a position to give you an advice on that. So maybe I should skip League Invasions. Well, I would only think that ascending him would just help you do better in League Invasions as well. For solo raid, if you have Beta Club, ascend this guy. If you have Batarangs, definitely do I want to say definitely? I don't want to say definitely, but well, you could ascend him if you have Batarangs, because like I said, with just a single level 10 artifact from the solo raid, I was able to do almost 1 billion damage. So the jury is still out on that, but yes, there's a good chance he can one shot. But with the free artifacts, not really. Unless you want to just do some kind of cheese videos or some kind of cheese matches like solo the boss, which you don't need to do. Yes. So Black Manta is not worth ascending. He's not going to do so much more for you. Like, the value you get from him being ascended is not much, especially when you compare it to Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze, when he's ascended, becomes a whole new beast and needs only one level 10 artifact. This guy, even when ascended, he still needs 2 level 10 artifacts with some specific artifacts. So yes, definitely not worth. Overall, definitely not worth ascending. Don't just use your materials for any other character. Use your materials for Mr. Freeze. I would say that. Anyways, if you enjoy my videos, guys, smash the subscribe button, drop your comments, and I will see you on the next one.